Hey, beautiful people. Let me jump over to my page real quick. I wanted to jump on and do a quick live. Somebody asked me to talk about programs that we're running. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. 10/11. I love it. And the day after 11/11. You guys feel the energy? Hey, Caddy. Hey, Michael. Joan, Amy, Clark. I want to make this one short, but somebody asked me to speak on programs that we can be running. And I often hear people talk about things that they don't like or they can't stand. And this is a big one, because what it does in effect is it's something that we're holding in our energetic field. So if we think of our body as a clean energetic field that we intend to use as our navigational tool of attraction for that which we are magnetizing and attracting into our holographic vibrating field that we call life, then to be in resistance to anything that we don't like, that we can't stand, or the most toxic low vibrational feeling or statement is that we hate. And so being aware of these words that we're using, which we're basically casting spells, it's called spelling for a reason. So very valuable to do an assessment of that which we're holding within. And the way that we do this is by becoming more consciously aware of the power of thoughts, words, and emotions, and also beginning to track our frequency. That means tracking what we're saying, how we're feeling, the level that we're vibrating on, and just being aware. Clearing judgments, clearing triggers, clearing lower vibrational reactions. Very, very important. Many times people are not aware of the words that they're using. And we allow our emotions to trigger us into using words that are actually attracting more of that which we don't desire. Can I get an amen? So this may seem like common sense, but we're all running programs, whether they're a program of being really consciously aware, or when we are not feeling so good and we're triggered. Every judgment is a program. Every judgment shows us, I love it, 11 viewers, now 13. Bing. Who knows how accurate that is, Facebook, but we can play with it. So every judgment is showing us where we are still holding a memory or a trigger that's low vibrational. And when we begin to tune into that, we can clean up our frequency, our energetic field, and really focus on that which we do desire to attract into our life, into our vibrating holographic field. So I love playing with this stuff, and I would love it if anybody has any questions around this from the book or from any of my previous posts, because this is how we go into mirroring and clearing these old frequencies, and every judgment that we have with awareness, we can catch it because we can feel it. We can take a breath put a smile on, which stops the story of the judgment from running. And then the aware person will ask, oh, I just caught that judgment or that trigger. What is this trying to teach me about energies and frequencies that I'm still holding? Super, super powerful. And this process of conscious awareness allows us to clean up our energetic field very quickly, very quickly. And we can actually clear decades and decades of stuck energies, trauma, emotional baggage, or childhood wounds that we've been holding on to our entire lives. So this is super, super powerful. And so I just wanted to share that with all of you because I was asked to speak about it. And also I'm mirroring myself right now. Everything that I share is to make sure that I remember the tools, because it's very easy to fall back into becoming an automatic reactor, a judge, or being triggered because the ego wants to feed off this stuff. It's just eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if we're not consciously aware. So very powerful to be aware of this. And I'm going to refresh my page here and see if anybody has a question. So yeah, be aware of any energies you're holding, of things that you say that you don't like or that you can't stand. Because the external hologram is going to reflect back to us individually and for the collective consciousness, things that are still being healed in the hologram called life. So one of the most powerful things that I learned when I was learning to use these tools was I came up against a lot of judgments. And I was a judgeaholic. Many of you may have heard me speak about this before. And it's why I wrote an entire chapter in my book, Waking Up in the Dream, around judgment. And this is one of the biggest addictions on the planet, if not the biggest addiction on the planet. So catching your judgments is one of the number one things that you can do to clean up your holographic field, clean up your inner energy that you are holding within from the past and in the present. And so what I came to realize was the ego thought that it was still okay to judge things out there. Pedophiles, religion, people that were doing things that were bad, banking, you name it. Anything that would trigger you into having a judgment around things that are wrong in the external hologram. And so people would come through the monthly course and they would say, well, we've got to judge things. We've got to point out things that are wrong. Otherwise, how are they going to get healed? And it's such a great question because it's huge, because judgment is an automatic reaction of the ego. So what I figured out was every single thing I was judging, I was attaching an invisible energetic tie to it, an energetic field, a magnet. And what I was actually doing without realizing it was I was attracting and magnetizing more of everything I was judging and that I was triggered by that I didn't catch and clear. So everything that we're judging, we're actually giving more energy to, and we're attracting more of it into our hologram. Maybe not with one judgment, but if you're holding that energy within and you haven't gone in and done the inner work to clear it, to forgive yourself and others, and to go, oh, wow, what is that judgment or trigger trying to teach me about energies that I'm still holding? This is the way. And I call it going down the inner rabbit hole. Because It can be fascinating to go down the rabbit hole, the matrix in the external world, but the one that's really going to shift our external hologram, in other words, our life, what shows up, is the inner rabbit hole. If we don't clear that and clean up our vibrational frequency in the inner rabbit hole, we can go and play with topics like Palladians, crystals, the matrix, multidimensional realities, and that's great. I love doing it too. However, our inner frequency is going to be the one that attracts and magnetizes what shows up in our hologram. It's the law of energy. It's the way it works. So I intend that you find this valuable. Track your words. Pay attention to what you say. And the way you do it is you become aware of how words, judgments, and thoughts and emotions feel in our energetic body. We begin to feel the lower vibrational judgments, triggers, and words because they feel sticky. Once you start tuning in to your moment-to-moment frequency, and it simply takes practice, be curious, and be loving with yourself. Because many people, they come into the Waking Up in the Dream course, and they're taught, one of the first things they're taught is to track every judgment and every trigger, and write down the number at night on a sheet that I provide, what that number was every day. And one of the first things the ego wants to do is turn it around on them, and instead of congratulating them and high-fiving them for catching all these judgments and triggers that they never caught in the past, so this is already instant progress within the first day or two of this 30-day journey. It shifts everything. But what the ego wants to do is, check this out, the ego then wants to judge them for catching judgments. It's a very tricky ego. Yes, it is. And it loves to feed off of low vibrational frequencies. So the key is to really become aware of our thoughts and our words and what we're saying. It's very important, and it's also important, you've heard me talk about setting your intention first thing in the morning, creating your day. I'm going to operate in love. I'm going to smile at everybody I see. Whether they smile back or not means nothing. But watch, because this is another great trick of the ego. You'll smile at somebody, you'll give them some love, and they may not smile back. And then the ego wants to get triggered and say something like, oh, I can't believe that person didn't smile back at me. That means that you're still holding a frequency, inner frequency of expectation. Love does not expect anything in return. Unconditional love. The love that a lot of people carry into relationships, you find out sooner or later that usually there's a lot of expectations built around that. In the beginning, it's all, attraction of we're wearing our best mask and we're really attracted to how somebody looks or what they do or how they are showing up for us. And little by little, as we get to know people and we find out more about them, in many cases, we find out that what we call love is not unconditional. It's actually conditional. So these are little things to watch, or big things to watch, as we are surrounded with much more high frequency energy that's coming into the planet. And the goal is to shift into higher timelines of higher frequencies. Love, attracting and magnetizing incredible like-minded souls into our world, healing and loving Mother Earth and the animals and the frequencies and everything that is part of our consciousness. Whether we're aware of it or not, the goal is in this dream, because you realize you're dreaming right now, right? Yeah. Don Miguel Ruiz, my main mentor, taught me that very early on. And it was a big wake-up call. Do you realize that you're dreaming all the time? Well, if I'm dreaming all the time, then who's responsible for navigating this dream? Well, you are. It's not just randomly happening. So, I'm going to leave you with that. Who wants to do 1 minute of tuning into their heart and dropping in to some high vibration? Okay, I do. So here we go. I need to mute mine to do 1 minute. Okay. So, thank you everybody for the love. Thank you for tuning in. This is some really powerful stuff that changed my life. And what I want to let you know is the next Waking Up in the Dream 30-day experiential journey begins on Sunday, the 17th, and there's still some spots left. If you want to do this on a deep, deep, deep level, go down the inner rabbit hole in a very small group where there is no judgment. It doesn't happen. There is only mutual support and the mirroring of the deep questions. We go through the book, we go through PowerPoint trainings, we go through tuning into childhood memories, wounds, traumas. You don't have to share anything you don't want to share, but the tools that I'm going to share and show other people being mirrored through the process is going to allow you to clear decades and decades of limiting beliefs, programs, fears, doubts, wounds, and then really, really become the seer, the observer on a whole nother level. And I see it happen every month. It works. The tools are extremely powerful. We do 2-hour calls every Sunday, and they're recorded. We have a private Facebook group where everybody can share during the week. I'm in there all week. You can reach out to me at any time during the 30 days to get mirrored, to move through stuff. I don't know of any more powerful course out there. I know that there are some, but there's no fluff in this course. There's no filler. It's nothing but going deep into what are your beliefs, what's coming up for you. Do you realize you're creating your reality? Are you watching your words? Are you tracking your frequency? And I give you the tools to do it. And it just works. It is life-changing. So if you would like to investigate that, send me a private message. I'll send you the link to the portal2awakening.org website. And I'm happy to get on a call with you. If you have questions, anything's coming up for you, you're not sure about something, or I can support you in any way. I've never turned anybody away from the course. You can do a payment program if you want. And the course is ridiculously affordable. Anybody can do it. You really can. You know, even the people that tell me, I don't have any extra money, I always work out a way for them to do it, because that's just a belief. And that belief is keeping you from attracting the money that you want to have. So the mirroring that goes on busts all these programs, and then really start raising your vibration by eliminating these daily programs that were just running on automatic all day long, 50 to 80,000 thoughts a day. This is really, really life-changing stuff. And being around people that are going to support you, love you, and uplift you, and there's nothing phony about it. The tone is set from the first minute we get on the first call, on the first day. And it just works. You know, you can go to this website and read the testimonials. That's it. So that's my invitation, because I'm truly passionate about this. And I put this course together after studying with my main mentor, Don Miguel Ruiz, for 10 years. So this wasn't just something that was thrown together. I never planned on doing it. I never planned on writing a book. And I just started downloading the process. How do I want to remind myself to never forget this stuff, to use these tools every day, and to be able to take somebody through this process in the shortest amount of time and have them have aha moments, just going, oh my God, I never saw that. I never saw that program, because I just thought that my belief system was who I am. This is a big one. This is one of the biggest aha moments. Being taken through the process of questioning your belief system, where they all came from, because they all came from external sources. Then the ego wants to defend your belief system. It doesn't matter what's on your belief system. What matters to see and to realize and to bust through is that the ego is going to defend every single bit of information that comes in that goes against your belief system, because it doesn't want to be found out that it doesn't know something. Well, that keeps you trapped for an entire lifetime, because you need to know. You need to remember that there's infinite possibilities. There's infinite timelines. There's infinite information that our tiny little minds are just starting to remember. We've been bamboozled through programming from school, religion, media, and the learned programs and belief systems from our parents, our grandparents, our friends, science. I mean, this course will get you to wake up no matter what level you're at. And I'm not saying you're not awake right now, because we got some hip people in this crowd. But I'm telling you, whatever level, the tools will get you to go, oh, I didn't even see that. And there's multiple layers of that, but the tools work no matter what layer and level of awareness you go to. That's what's so powerful about the book and the course. So I invite you to, if this resonates, to come on this journey. So I'm going to finish off with, you want to drop in and you want to raise your vibration right now before you get off this call, and then create something magical with your intention. One of the best things to focus on that'll raise your vibration is every cell in your body. Cryon calls it your innate intelligence. These trillions of cells that are loving you in every single moment, asking nothing in return. And they've been doing it since you've been in the womb, if not before. If that doesn't make you go, wow, this is a freaking amazing dream. And if that doesn't make you feel loved, that will teach you about what unconditional love is. And it's the first thing I invite people to do every single morning when they wake up. Go into gratitude, breathe in and feel these cells, feel the air going into your lungs. Do some toning if you want. I love you. Do it in your own way, but feel the vibration going in. It's amazing. Now your vibration's up. Now you can create your day, or whatever you're going to attract into your day, the most incredible people, abundance, the most incredible insights, possibilities you never thought of, synchronicities and magic with people. This is how you do it. Raise your vibration, set your intention, use the power of your thoughts and your words, and be aware. There's no limit to the amount of times you can do this during the day. Have you set the 10 alarms to remind you and tap you on the shoulder on your phone yet? Maybe you weren't on my last live. That's like having a free coach or mentor right there. 10 alarms, easy. You can set it in 2 minutes. 8 a.m., plus sign, 9 a.m., plus sign, 10 a.m. Put it on vibrate. You might not catch them all, but I'll tell you what, 10 times a day, 30 days, that's 300 more times you're going to tap yourself on the shoulder and go, where are you right now? Where's your awareness? Are you creating your day? Are you being in gratitude? Are you breathing in love to every cell? Rocking and rolling? I mean, come on, this stuff works. It's just that those 50 to 80,000 thoughts, so many people are just running on automatic pilot. They don't allow for all this new, infinite, unlimited possibilities and timelines to come in, because they're running the same programs, and the ego is justifying everything they're saying and doing. What a program. What a deception. Okay? So now we are remembering. We are unlimited, sovereign, divine beings. Unlimited is not just a word to make us feel good. We truly are unlimited, sovereign, divine beings. And these energies that are coming in right now, people are waking up, and people are going to need a lot of support and assistance when they figure out most of what they've been taught has been a lie. I don't focus on that, but you got to be able to see the dark. You got to go down the rabbit hole a little bit so you can figure out what the programs are so you can deprogram and have fun with it. Have fun. Keep your energy light. Notice if it gets intense. Don't do it. Oh, and one thing I didn't finish about judgment. Everything we're judging out there that's wrong, yeah, a lot of stuff's wrong. Pedophilia, human trafficking, poisoning the air, food, water, 5G, whatever. But instead of judging these people and giving them more energy, that's what they feed off of. Now we're going to send them light. We're going to send them compassion. And we're going to say thank you for playing your role in waking us up. Because they're our mirror. There are no others. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to go, I'm not a murderer, I'm not a pedophile, whatever. No, you're probably not. But there's only one. And the concept of one is really powerful to get. Because everybody's your mirror. So you're either loving them all the time, or there's a little judgment, and then you go, okay, that mirror just showed me an energy that I'm still holding that's low frequency. I'm still holding something that allowed me to judge them and to be triggered. This is mastery, cleaning up your frequency. So here we go. All right? Much love. Taking a deep breath, feeling that oxygen going into your lungs. You can just imagine your blood is flowing. It's taking oxygen from your lungs, and it's going and it's loving on every single part of your body. If that's not magnificent and miraculous, I don't know what is. That thought raises your vibration. Can you feel it? Now, take this vibration as I end this call and focus it on what you are intending and attracting into your hologram. And it's not in the future. It's already done. You already have it. You're already smiling. You already see it. You're holding it. It's in your presence. It's in your room. It's in your bank account. It's in your life. And keep coming back and watering this. Just think, if you did this, you set 10 alarms on your phone every day and tuned in for 1 minute or even 30 seconds. Wow. Giving up 5 or 10 minutes out of your whole day of normally just running on autopilot to create your reality. Man, why isn't this taught in schools? It's going to be. I'll leave you with that. You're dreaming all the time. I'm here to tell you I love you. Have an incredible day or evening wherever you're at. Reach out if you're resonating with or interested in finding out more about Sunday's launch for the Waking Up in the Dream 30-day course. It's amazing, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. And thank you to everybody that shares these in comments. It's really great. There's a great community here, and we're all uplifting and inspiring each other. So until next time, many blessings, lots of love.